address you on the subject of the elephant in the room. I've been a member of Rotary for 7 years. I guess it's 8 years this spring. It's been a great experience for me. Actually, absolutely has changed my life. In fact, some regards, Rotary has saved my life. Very early in my Rotary career, Celine Najjar grabbed me. I was a new member, maybe a month in the club, and I wasn't doing anything. I was just attending meetings and sitting on a chair. And Celine said, "Gary, I think you are the ideal man for the job I have in mind." And so he gave me the club newsletter on constant contact that no one had ever done before. And he said, "I want you to take this and just do what you want." And I did it, and I had fun, and it helped me learn about my club, and it helped me get engaged in my club. And because I became enthused about the Rotary Club of Carmel, I began to bring friends to the Rotary Club of Carmel. It was really easy for me to talk to them about Carmel. It was a dynamic club. It was a fun club. They kind of knew who they were, what they wanted to do, where they wanted to go. They had great leaders in place. And so it was easy for me to bring people into the club and say, "Hey, I think you might be a good fit for our organization." Well, interestingly enough, membership and increasing membership in the district and in your club and internationally and nationally has become a major problem. I want to share with you these statistics because not all of us in the room, are reaching out and grabbing somebody to add them to organizations. And I'm not saying that it's all just our job in the room. I know many of you have added members to your club, but many of you have not. And I'm not here to challenge you. I'm here to simply let you know we have a major problem because this thing that we say we love so much, we're not sharing it with the rest of the world. In a 7-year period of time, from 2003 to 2010, Rotary International added 1.1 million members. 1.1 million members. Our net increase during that same 7-year period of time, internationally, was 226 members. We added 1.1 million, and we lost 1.1 million. Give or take 226. According to the North American Membership Strategic Plan, these are not my statistics, but Rotary membership has declined more than 28,000 since July of 2007. Annually, that's net membership. Annually, 44,000 people join the North American Rotary clubs. This was primarily the United States and Canada, while 51,000 leave. You all in this room have people who have left your clubs, good people, and you can't quite figure out why they left you. We have it in Carmel all the time. I know the Indianapolis club has it. The membership attrition rate has increased, and this was as of the end of 2012, from 10.77% to almost 12% in that same time. That means we're losing in North America between 11 and 12% of our members every year. We recognize, someone said, one of the speakers at the district conference said, the problem with Rotary is we are male, pale, and stale. And if you look around the room, that's probably a little bit true. But the problem, one of the issues is we in Rotary, like all service clubs, are getting older. I talked to a gentleman this morning, he said, our membership committee is going to take some action because we've lost 3 or 4 members this year to death. So we've got to address the issues of not only adding members, but retaining members. And how do we do that? We have to develop members. What about this district? In 2007, the District 6560 had 2,560 members. In 2012, we had 2,561. Yay, team. Could have been worse, that's right. This year, I asked Craig, what are the numbers for this year? This year, we have added 165 new members, and we have lost 176 existing members. Folks, we have a problem. And the elephant in the room is, this is an issue that up until recently, we have been very reluctant to talk about. But this must be the topic of conversation in your club. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. Let's just settle that fact. If you're not growing, you're dying. What are we learning from this? We're learning, there have been a lot of studies done across, primarily North America, because North America has the bulk of the problem. We are learning that the Rotary membership problem is caused primarily by our failure to retain existing members. We're not talking about those who die as a Rotarian. God bless their souls. We're talking about those who have made a conscious decision as a Rotary member that I'm going to exit this club. It could be due to a job transfer, and when they get to their new city or town, they don't join Rotary. It could be for a variety of reasons. It could be for the very things that compete against their time, and it could be that we simply, as a Rotary organization, are not satisfying or meeting their need. Because believe it or not everyone comes into Rotary because they want to place service above self. Ultimately, they do. We've got to get them past that 5-year period of time before, in which it takes for Rotary to get into you, if you know what I mean. Clubs are not, lesson 2, clubs are not retaining members because members in part are not receiving what they want out of their Rotary experience, or members are aging and we are not replacing them. I know that in this room, we have Rotary clubs that are shrinking. We have Rotary clubs represented in this room that 20 years ago had 100 members. Today they have 25. We have Rotary clubs in this room that used to have 40 members and now they have 15. There's a lot of circumstances, and there is not one size that fits all. And the membership committee of this district is not going to approach you and tell you there is one size that fits all. But there is within the heart of every club represented in this room the capability to change things around. If we will first recognize we have a problem, and if we will first then seek the creative issues and problems and creative solutions that we have within our communities to turn this around. Our membership mission in this district is 3 things. 1, we are to attract members. We used to call that recruit members. But if we are not attracting them, they're not going to join us. When I joined the Rotary Club of Carmel, I was attracted to those people. In fact, I will tell you, I fell in love with them. I fell in love with Judy Ford and Bill McFadden. I fell in love with Celine. I fell in love because they had an essence and a quality about them that I said, boy, these people can add value to my life. And for that reason, I was willing to make some sacrifices of my schedule and my time and my energies for them. And they saved my life because I made a conscious decision in 2006 to quit drinking because I knew alcohol was ruining my life, and I did not want to disappoint Judy Ford. That's the impact that our clubs must have in our communities, and those are the attractive qualities that we need to find within our clubs that can attract other people in our community, because they need what you have. We need to develop those people. It's not enough for us to bring a person into a club and give them a membership packet and have them sit in a chair and attend meetings and hope that they will attend every week. We need to engage them and let them know, as Salim Najjar said to me, he said, Gary, I've got a job for you and I think there's no one else that can do it better than you. That's what you said. Boy, did I feel good. When someone comes to you and grabs you, Charles, by the shirt and says, Charles, I've got something I really need your help on. Will you help me? What are you going to say?
Yeah.
Charles, you didn't have a choice. We've got to engage these people. We've got to find ways to engage them and get them involved in organizations so they end up, yes, they're going to get something for themselves. Yes, they're going to network. Yes, they're going to meet new people. But they're going to become a part of something that is bigger than themselves. And that's the reality of Rotary membership. Until the organization is part of you, you are not part of it. And the first reason and first excuse you have, or the first thing in your life that takes up a little bit more time than it needs, you're gone. And then we have to talk about, and we have to figure out how to retain these good members we get. We've got some great people in our clubs. This room is made full of leaders, innovators, creative people, A-type personalities. I know, I've dealt with you. Dealing with Rotary in a local club and at a district level is like herding cats. You ever tried to herd a cat? They're all over the place. But those are the people we need. Those are the people we need to take a creative idea and let them run with it. Those are the new people that come into our clubs. We need to give them the opportunity to try something that's different. One of the issues I hear from membership chairs in clubs around the district in the last few months, hey, we've got some great ideas, but my board shoots every one of them down. Shame on us if we do that. If someone has a great idea, let's run with it. Let's do something different. You're going to see it in our membership committee. We're doing things way outside the box. We've blown the box up. And I'm sure I'm going to be called to task on the carpet by Dottie or Tom or somebody and say, hey, stop this, come on. I'm not going to do it. We need to be shaken up. We need to shake things up because Rotary, as we know it, is dying. And we've got to think outside the parameters that we build ourselves up in and see what can we do to make this thing reflect more accurately who we are. What's the big deal about attracting members? Well, whatever is not growing is dying. New members will bring a treasure chest of new ideas. You get us enthusiastic. I met someone, I saw him in here today. A young man, I can't remember his name now, with the Winchester Club. I met him a couple months ago. Yes, you. What's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff. I was in a meeting with the guys from the Winchester Club, guys and gals, a few months ago, and Jeff is a brand new member. And boy, just what struck me about Jeff is he had a motor running. And I thought, man, let this young man go. Let his motor catch on fire and do whatever. If he has an idea that he wants to bring to your club, do it. Run with him. Let him have the lead. Give him a long leash. Because he has creative ideas that might be something that you guys need. New members bring new members. The most enthusiastic people for an organization are the people who have just joined it. Because they don't know everything is wrong with you. You know, they just see the enthusiasm as something new. Maybe I'm the only one that does this, but when I join a new organization or get involved in a new project, man, all I can talk about is this thing I'm doing. In my early 3 years with Carmel Rotary, all I talked about was Carmel Rotary. It was my life. I'm not saying Rotary has to be our life, but what I'm saying, our new members, if we engage them in the right way and give them the right areas of responsibility and recognize that they are bringing something of great value and treasure to our organization, they will bring more just like themselves. New members are enthusiastic, and new members are your future leaders. Some of the people in this room today who are taking on leadership positions were not in Rotary 5 years ago. Yes? Anybody in the room that fit? Good. Great. But attract to what? This is the elephant in the room. What are we attracting them to? And I know that I'm going to offend some people with what I'm about to say. And whoever's got the hook, this is a good time to hook me. We do not know the image that we represent to our communities. Some clubs do, but for the most part, we don't. My question is to you, and this was a question that past District Governor Nancy Madru posed to all of you a couple, 3 years ago. If your club did not exist in your community, would you be missed? And I hope every single one of you will answer that question to yourself. If my club in the town of XYZ did not exist, would anyone know we're gone? Would anyone miss the contributions that I have made? Would the impact that we have made be lost? Are we relevant? Thaddeus is going to talk about in one of our sessions this morning. Thaddeus Rex in the back with the video camera. Wave, Thaddeus, if you can. There you are. And Janet Harris over there in the back. Janet is the queen of membership. I'll tell you about that later. Thaddeus is going to talk about branding your club, about creating an identity for your club that distinguishes you from all of the other things that compete with the potential members in your community. And there are things that compete with your potential members. In fact, there are things that compete with your existing members. You have existing members in some of your clubs who are on the fence about whether I pay my dues another year. I don't know if I can handle this anymore. It's just not satisfying my needs, or my time and my priorities are in other places, and I just can't quite. Have you ever gone to a Rotary meeting? Us in this room, let's be honest. Have you ever gone to a Rotary meeting and you kind of dread going? No? No one ever has done that? No. Am I the only one in the room? Okay. Let's be honest about these things. Rotary is not a religion. It's okay to address what's wrong with us so that we can fix it. How about this? What is your Rotary story? To each of you in the room, and you've heard Governor Craig talk about this all this year, tell your Rotary story. Some of us don't have a Rotary story. We've never really thought, what has Rotary done for me? It has either impacted your life positively or it has become a burden that you're carrying. I hope it's a positive impact. Tell your Rotary story. I have a Rotary story that I have shared many times. And I've brought a lot of people to the Carmel Rotary Club over the years. Lastly, why should I join your club? David, why should I join your club? You don't have to answer it. I won't put you in the spot. Ask the question, why should I join your club? You're wanting to attract me, to recruit me. You want me to join? Why? What are the reasons? What are the compelling reasons I should join you? How about this one? Why should I stay here another year? Why should I pay another year's dues to your organization? Gosh, your dues are high. And those lunch charges. We need to address these questions, and we need to address all the sacred cows in all of our clubs to determine if they are relevant for 2013. Some of the clubs represented in our district are better suited for 1983 as opposed to 2013. They just have not come forward. Now, I've said a lot of things, and I hope some of you are getting actually disturbed and upset. I want to talk about who our Rotary competitors are. Our competition is not the Lions Club. Our competition is not Kiwanis. Is it? Somebody has Kiwanis as your competition? Okay. Our competition is this. It's family. It's golf. Has anybody ever skipped a Rotary meeting to play golf? Am I the only one? It could be work. It could be vacation. It could be grandchildren. It could be, you name it. That's our competition. And there must be a value for someone spending time and money with us for them to commit to us on a long-term basis. One of the other issues we have to address in Rotary, we're going to address all of these things in great detail in our breakout sessions today. We have two parts. We're going to talk about attraction, we're going to talk about development, we're talking about retention. One of the things we have to recognize is that our Rotary clubs cannot be one size that fits all. People come into Rotary and they stay with Rotary for various reasons. This slide actually came from Brent Rosenthal's presentation at the Success Seminar a few months ago. But they have determined and studied across North America that people in their first 5 years of Rotary, they are attracted to and they join the club because they really want networking. Brian Ferry, standing outside the door, that I brought in a couple years ago, joined Rotary Club because he wanted to network. And he saw the enthusiasm of Judy Ford and others he had met in various volunteer activities around the city. And so he said, I want to come in, and I want the contacts. And has it changed your life, Brian?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brian met another guy, John Olson. You thought these were the inseparable twins, born at birth, you know. You can't separate them. They're good buds. They have changed the whole social atmosphere of the Rotary Club of Carmel. But they came in, he came in primarily because he wanted to network. Well, after a few years, we find that the relationships we have in our Rotary clubs, my relationship with Craig and with Judy and with Salim and with others in the room, they are the reason I stay. I love them. They are my friends. They are my family. We know that if we have need of one another, they'll be right there. And one of the reasons I go to meetings is I want to enjoy their company. And so in 6 to 20 years, it's to service community and maintain friendships. And then after 20 years, we find that our members who have been for 20 years, these are the guys and the gals who you cannot get to do anything. You know who I'm talking about. They will not volunteer for a project, but they will not miss a meeting. Why? Because their friends are there. Shoot, Bing Pratt's not even a member of our club, and he never misses a meeting. Because his friends are there. So it's various reasons we come to either network, to commit to community service, or to maintain friendships. But new members, I want to emphasize one last time, are the lifeblood of your club. Now that you have recruited a new member, what do you do with them? And we're going to talk about this in one of our sessions, and it's a topic called provisional membership. It is not a one-size-all program. It is a program that has various components that each of you can use. But there are things that we need to be doing in each of our clubs when we add a member, once we've attracted that member, or once we have developed that member. We need to be doing consistent things with them on a regular basis to make sure that they become productive members of our organizations. Provisional membership is a process for development engagement. Retention. How to stop the bleeding. This is something that's being adopted across the country. It's not just District 6560. It's not just your local clubs. It's not just the North America. It is all over the country, possibly around the world. The concept that our members are our customers. We've always taken in Rotary the viewpoint that our primary purpose in life was service above self. And it's true. That's the fruit of what we bring to the table. But if we don't have members, we're not going to be contributing to the foundation. We're not going to be going on international trips. We're not going to be doing our local service projects. We must view our members as the customers of our organization. And we must be aware of what their consistent and sometimes changing needs may become. If we are not aware of them, we're going to get that letter or that phone call or simply that absent chair from that person because they no longer come and see you and they no longer participate in your projects. We have got to develop this concept that we must supply, as an organization, the needs for our members. They must be getting something. If it is networking, Rotary was started on the basis of business networking. If it is networking, then let's provide them with those opportunities. If it is fellowship and social activities, how many clubs have social events in your organization? Oh, good. Quite a few. I know of clubs that don't have any social events. They never get together outside of a meeting or a service project. And they wonder why people stop coming. We must provide not only the opportunity for networking, the opportunity for social and fellowship, but we also must provide then that bigger than us opportunity for quality service projects. All of this is meeting the need and satisfaction of our customers. We recommend to clubs that, some of you are very small, but do a survey. Ask your members what it is that you would like to see this club provide for you, or what you would like to provide to the club that they're not even recognizing they need. These and more topics are going to be covered in our 2 breakout sessions today. We're going to go into greater detail about how to attract, how to hold a guest day, and we have some success stories of people who have already done that and turned their clubs around. How to develop members into productive people who are excited to be there, who can't wait to come, who will bring you enthusiastic ideas and bring you enthusiastic new members. And then how to retain them. And how to look at your organization and your club from a whole club perspective. The bad news is we're bleeding profusely. But the good news is, with a little attention and care, we can nurse the patient back to health. Thank you for your time.